Hey Virgo, hey. Welcome to your November 2024 forecast for the month. This is Star Tarot, where we get down to the bottom of it all and we get the clarity that we need in order to move forward in our lives. If you have Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus position, this reading could very well be for you. However, it will not resonate with every single Virgo out there, so you're going to want to pick up what I'm putting down and simply leave the rest. But we're going to go ahead and get started into your reading, Virgo. The first thing I want to do is remind you of exactly who you are. You guys are known to be the alchemist of the entire zodiac sign. Y'all can make shit out of nothing, okay? You guys literally are so insightful. You guys are very refined. You guys are very dutiful to the point where no one can get things done like Virgo can. And the reason why this is so very important is that we are going into what I would call flow state. And what that simply means is we're no longer in the do, go. We are in flow state. Everything that we embody is going to be mirrored back to us and gifted from the universe to allow us to evolve in the next phase of our lives. And so for you guys, already being the alchemist, already being able to make something out of nothing, you guys are going to be gifted with so many things starting in the month of November, which is very exciting. You do have some second house energy that's showing up for the month of November, and that represents assets. A lot of you are focusing on your possessions, your finances. Some of you are really looking at your credit score and how secure you are within your finances and within your material world across the board. I do see here, just in the intuitive space, that someone here is really concerned about where their money is going and how long this is going to last. But what you need to understand is that there are some talents here, Virgo, that you can turn into lucrative projects or lucrative business. And there needs to be some focus in that. There is also some third house energy that's showing up that talks about perception. So with that, we're looking at your thoughts, your speech about yourself, your circumstances, and about other people. Some of you here might be having a different perspective when it comes to dating. Some of you might be in the space where you want to start dating again or have to start dating again because you feel like a relationship didn't work out and you know that you're someone that wants to have a connection with someone else. Not to say that you have to date, but I'll say you feel like you have the ability to date now. Some of you haven't dated in a very long time and you feel like it's the time to really get back into that arena again, is what I want to say. I never want to put out there that you have to date. So just want to clarify that up right now. Some of you are having a different perspective in the other spectrum of it all. You don't want to date anymore. You want to focus on your assets, your finances, your credit score, and building something of your own. I do feel like there is a lot of strife here when it comes to siblings. So some of you might be on the outs when it comes to siblings. Something here was said or done, and you might be looking at the situation for what it really is. So you might be pondering what was said, what was done. But then on the flip side, some of you are really understanding that it's time to reconnect with your siblings specifically. Some of you are going to be doing a lot of research, and I feel like that research is going to be tied into a project, finances, and how to secure some things or to obtain some assets if you already don't have any. If you do have assets, you're really looking at what is the value of those assets and what should I be doing with them. Someone here is really thinking about going on social media or is also, or already, I should say, in the social media setting. And you're wanting to see how that's going to work for you. So some of you, I feel like, just got on social media because it was fun, but someone here has a different perception of it and is wanting to turn their social media into something lucrative. This is the opening message here so far. I'm getting a few downloads here, so if I'm sounding kind of scattered, it's because there's a lot coming in. One of the things that I do want to touch on is your positive message here that backs up your opening message. And it says, I'm evolving as a soul when I am aware of my soul's journey. This is all about what your purpose to do and what is in alignment between now and in the next 8 years. Some of you might not even know the number 8, but this is where we're going. This evolution is going to last for the next 8 years. So this is why you're really, really thinking about these things, because there is going to be a shift that happens in a major way starting in the month of November, carrying over to January, and then that's going to translate for all of these years to come, which is very, very exciting. So this is why you really want to be as balanced and as organized in your mind and in your life as you can. Because with you guys being the alchemist, whatever you guys speak and whatever you guys think about yourself and your situations is going to show up in this season. So I would recommend being very, very careful of that, Virgo. The other thing that I want you to be very careful about is a couple of things here. So Virgo is very, very critical. And, every zodiac sign has their shadow side to it. So some of you can be overly critical when it comes to others, but you can also be very critical of yourselves. And you guys tend to get very, very nervous when things don't exactly align up the way that you have it mapped out in your mind. And then that leads to perfectionism. When we're going into the flow state, that is not going to work for you. So I want you to not change who you are, but I want you to dial that back and know that whatever you produce and however it comes out, to just let it go and let it organically do its thing. And then what you can do is you can perfect it along the way. Because I see someone here being very, very nervous about something not coming to fruition the way that they have it thought in their mind to be. So I want you to be very careful, because what that can do, that nervousness can then turn to anxiety, frustration, overwhelm, burnout. And some of you have already experienced that. So it's time to be done with that old story and rebuild on something that's coming naturally from what you guys already embody. So whatever you think and whatever you speak out will naturally align with the universe and come to pass. So be very, very careful of the things that you are saying and actually thinking in this month coming up here. The other thing that we're going to address is a couple of things that I think are very, very interesting and are going to be very important for you to know for your self-development and for you moving into this next phase. Some of you here are natural born empaths. With that ability to feel compassion and to actually see and feel other people's situations, a lot of you have been feeling very, very drained. A lot of you have been feeling very, very emotional because you are taking on other people's energies, their thoughts, their feelings, and it's draining you in this season. The beauty of being an empath is that you can really have compassion for someone. And with that compassion, you can find resolve, because once again, y'all make shit happen. So if you're going to be in that space, I want you to really, really guard your energy, Virgo, and not insert yourself into situations and spaces that will take a lot of energy and will ultimately drain your creativity and your perception of what you need to be focused on. I do see a dark night of the soul happening here. So if you haven't already experienced that in the near past, or if you haven't experienced it now, some of you are going to be experiencing this in the month of November. So the dark night of the soul is where you're really, really going to be seeing things from a different perspective that might not be as comfortable as you would like them to be. These things are going to show you exactly what is going on within. Some of it, a lot of it, is going to be from the past, but it's going to be of the current as well. I don't want you to be afraid to look into the mirror and challenge yourself to accept what is being mirrored back to you. Those things are going to help you grow once you know you can grow. Because to be honest, there is a lot of self sabotage that has been happening with some of you Virgos out there. And you are creating more pain for yourself by standing in your way. For instance, I see someone here has a laundry list of things and ideas that they've wanted to birth out into the world, but simply haven't done them. I'm seeing, you getting tied in with all these different tasks and, caring for all these different people. And that has not allowed you to spread your own wings and do the things that are in alignment with your soul's journey. Now, at the heart of the matter here, we do have awakening. So I do see that there is going to be an awakening. And in that dark night of the soul, you're not only going to see some things about yourself, you're going to see things about other people. That awakening here is going to allow you to no longer let people dictate and run your life. I'm not saying that you purposely say, okay, I'm going to allow you to run my life. But what you're not seeing here is that by you initiating, jumping in, and always assisting and putting your stuff on the back burner is now allowing other people to dictate where you put your energy. And if you are someone that feels like someone here is dictating the way that you orchestrate your life, you will start to, if not already, start to awaken to no longer allowing that to happen. We do see trust and forgiveness here, and it is time, Virgo, to let your guard down and learn to trust again. Some of you are feeling this from a heart level because, like I said, some of you may be willing to open up your heart again to dating. And in order for you to move forward with this new person or to even take the adventure of dating, you have to learn how to trust yourself again, trust other people, forgive yourself for being in certain predicaments, because someone here has extreme guilt for not letting someone go um, soon enough, or just allowing someone in, period. And you have to learn how to forgive yourself and this person. I'm not saying that you should, just totally forget what happened to you, Virgo. But what I'm saying is learn how to forgive yourself, forgive that person, and forgive that situation, but also learn from those situations in order to grow. There is an old habit here that might be keeping you from moving forward. I feel like a lot of you here are being held back again because you're always putting other people forward before yourself. I feel like for a lot more of you, I feel like you're not in the driver's seat of your life because there's a little bit of, some of you it's people pleasing, and some of you it's you just want to help people so badly that it's just become habit to just jump in and do it. The other thing is that you have to learn in this season to not only lead the way and make shit happen, but you have to learn how to delegate appropriately, Virgo. Because you guys tend to feel like in order for it to get done or to get done right, you need to be the one that's doing. And that's what's causing the overwhelm, the burnout, and it's knocking you out of balance here. The one thing about Virgo is that you guys are extremely generous. You guys give from the heart with no strings attached. And that is what is needed now on a soul level as a collective. But I do want you to have boundaries when it comes to that, because this is how some of you have gotten into these situations where people take, and you're just giving. There is a hidden treasure here, and that you will definitely tap in to some potential that is waiting to be explored. So within that generosity from seasons past, some of the things that you've done and maybe you feel like you've been burnt in, just know that there is a hidden treasure. It is going to come back to you in a way that you didn't even see coming. The shooting star card is here. Once again, we have two cards here. The hidden treasure card and the shooting star is talking about untapped potential and fullest potential. So you're going to go from potential that you haven't tapped into, because it is hidden right now, to allowing that potential to really come out and will really, really push you forward as the star that you are, Virgo. So this is really, really amazing so far. I really want you to hear what I am saying, because I feel like for some of you, there's never I won't say never, there hasn't been a lot of reciprocity when it comes to relationships. And for some of you, the work that you put into your career, at your job, just relationships, period, friendships, that sort of thing. So we're going to dive in a little bit more deeper here and see what the advice is. All right. So we got acceptance. I think it would be a very, very self-ordained gift to learn, number one, to accept yourself. Someone out here hasn't learned how to accept who they are. And also learn that you cannot change the things from seasons past, right? Those things are gone. We're going to learn from them and we're going to accept them and move forward. And the heart of the matter here, this area of cards here is all about what is in the heart space. This typically here for me, this area, is things from the past or things that are in the near future, if not now in the current, that are seeping from seasons past. This right here, showing this grief, you may have lost a person or an opportunity. It could be a job. It could have been someone that passed away. But there is some grief here that needs to be dealt with. And I feel like some of you might need to find a way to go ahead and deal with this grief, or some of you are going to be awakening and coming out of this grief. Because, you know, whatever this loss is, the universe wants you to be able to move in a direction that is going to be conducive for your evolution here. I do see envy. I do see envy that's showing up here. So I want to say this. Someone here might have a sibling that is envious of, you know, what you've obtained, what's going on in your life, or vice versa. You might have someone near and dear to you that you have a little envy of. I feel like envy and jealousy are two different things, because a jealous heart does things to sabotage other people. Envy comes in like, you know what? I'm so proud of her and I wish I too could have that thing or do that thing. But I want you to realize that you are no different than anyone else, Virgo, when it comes to deserving certain things. You just have to understand that those people have their challenges as well. It doesn't mean that they're any more special than you. Everyone has their own challenges that they have to work on, had to work on, will have to work on. So if you are in a space where you're feeling like I just heard left out. Someone here feels like they're left out of the lucky loop, so to speak. All these other people are so lucky to be able to have, and I am not, because I don't have. And that goes back to your perception. You have to start to think about things from a different perspective. But we're going to go ahead and get into this. The beauty of this, I feel like this is like a shadow reading. It's kind of showing you some of the things that you're going through, will go through, and some things that they want you to look at so that you can be in alignment with this flow state. So let's get some tarot here and get some more clarity about the month of November and all of the things that were already mentioned here. Yeah, I see a real evolution that wants to come in for you, Virgo. And if you can get into alignment to the way that you already make things happen and receive what the universe has for you, and let go of holding on to old things, let go of the nervousness, let go of the perfectionism, and allow yourself to receive and to be in your greatest potential, there are things here. There are some things here for you to gain. So I'm seeing the Four of Swords. That one jumps right out with the Emperor right down here at the bottom. Someone here is in recovery. Someone just had some surgery done. Someone here might be having surgery coming up here soon. Someone here hasn't gotten out of bed for a while. And the Emperor is showing up here because it's time to get control over. I want to speak on the depression here because I'm seeing this very clearly. The universe wants you to get in control of your anxiety and your depression here. Someone here has both. Some of you, you are grieving, and it is okay to grieve, but don't allow the grief to control where you are at this time. I always tell people, I know shit hurts. I know it's crazy, but I want you to grieve healthily. Don't not feed yourself. Someone here is having stomach issues because of the things that they're eating. And then there's someone here who is not eating. It's almost like you're depriving yourself of the nutrients that you need. And, you know, the universe is saying it's time to get some control over that. The Ten of Cups is showing here that there is something coming through. I want to touch base on the dating. Someone here is struggling because, okay, so let me break this down. I'm getting a lot of different downloads. Someone here is in a same-sex connection, and someone here has not told their siblings or their family about this. This might be a new relationship, or a relationship that has been hidden for a while, or it could be you know, your preference and you've hidden this for a while. But this is it's almost time to get over having to hide and really be who you are, Virgo. Okay. This could be because of kids are involved, something like that. But I'm seeing here with the Eight of Swords, someone here is feeling trapped. As far as dating, someone here feels trapped, that they're never going to find, you know, the love of their life. They're never going to have the longevity when it comes to relationships. And for some of you, you feel trapped and you don't feel like you're ever going to be at the 10 and having everything that you desire. The Five of Wands in reverse shows up because there is a lot of, oh, good. I'm glad that came out. There is a lot of conflict here. This is internal and external conflict. But I feel like this is unnecessary. This is self-inflicted, and this is being a part of some external drama that doesn't even need to be paid attention to. Someone I feel like is bringing some drama shit to you, Virgo. Get out of that. Release yourself from that, because the sun is coming out here. This is all about healing. I want to go back to, they're showing me whoever is recovering from some type of surgery or illness or grieving, and feels like they cannot get out of bed. I do feel like there is some healing that's going to come through here. Um, and someone here is like, am I ever going to get better? Are things ever going to get better? And the truth of the matter is that they will. So let's go ahead and get some more information on what is to come for Virgo for the month of November. Yeah, you are highly thought of. Some of you look at yourselves as kind of like the black sheep, or don't even know that, people think about you the way that they do. Now, as you can see, someone new is entering your life. So for those of you that have been concerned about dating, there is going to be someone here that comes in. I believe that you have a secret admirer or someone that really thinks highly of you. With the scales being present, this could be a Libra, or you could have Libra in your chart. But the message on top of this is don't get knocked off of your game thinking too much about someone new coming into your life. And certainly do not allow someone coming into your life, because I feel like there's going to be someone that comes in here. It's going to be new. It's going to be fresh. It's going to be exciting. So really try to stay balanced within your life, because this situation coming in is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really grown and sexy. I'm just going to tell you right now. And so you might be overwhelmed and drunken with love. So just please, please stay on course with all the other things that you've been working on, Virgo. Now, I do see Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. See what I'm saying? So for some of you, it is. Some of you are going to be spending some time with someone that it is of the same sex, and someone that you consider a friend. But I also feel like someone here has a friend, or maybe you are the friend that's starting to look at someone in a more romantic way. Some of you may have, I'm seeing this here, someone may have lost a really deep friendship. This person could have passed on to the other side, or there just could be a disconnect between you and this person. If this hasn't happened already, it could possibly happen. But see, we have romance, celebration, and party. So I feel like someone here may have been spending a lot of time with a friend that is of the same sex, and maybe your relationship goes into a different direction, a new direction. This part isn't for everyone, but you may have been sharing your woes about your past relationship, a loss that you had, or I'm also seeing that the two of you have lost someone in your life, or there has been a loss. But just going back to friendship, though, I feel like someone here is going to get a phone call from a friend that they have lost someone near and dear to their heart. And the two of you are going to be able to share some time together. But there is love in the air for those of you that are looking to date. Doesn't have to be a same-sex situation, but I do see that here for some of you. But if you've been concerned about dating, it is coming through. There is some muddled, unclear thinking, because someone here is waiting on some news, a package or a letter. Someone here is like so overly like checking the mail, checking the emails, checking the front porch, waiting for something. karma. You will reap what you have sown. A lot of people look at this as a negative. For me, it can be either way. You know, you get good karma from the things that you've done before. We talked about that earlier. There could be something that you've done in seasons past that's going to come forward as a gift for today. So be on the lookout for that. Some of you are waiting for something, some news, and it's going to be better than what you thought before. Others of you with that dark night of the soul, you may have some karma that comes back to you. And maybe you know, in your perception of it, maybe it's not the best news, and maybe that will, you know, knock you off your game as far as, you know, you expected to receive this news and you got a different response, a different outcome. But there is some recognition, there is a reward for merit. So I got to tell you, for most of you, I feel like this karma that's coming through is going to be more of the positive. Someone here is going to be recognized for something that they did, maybe something that you did in the month of October. Maybe something is going to come through in the month of October. So for those of you where you don't receive the news that you wanted to receive, just know that in the month of October, it's not a no, it's just a not right now. And there could be so many reasons for that, right? That could be the credit score that we talked about before. It could be that the finances aren't lining up. But what you need to understand is that you have time to make sure, like we said, you guys are the alchemists, get your shit together and make sure that by next year, you can really, really make it happen. For others of you, this is going to happen by the end of the month. You're going to get some recognition and reward for merit for something that you're doing or something that you've already done. Successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah, a lot of you are going to really, really get out of this problematic mindset that you guys are in or have been in. There's going to be some clearing to a situation, Slowly but surely, you are going to get ahead, Virgo. So I know that right now it might feel like you're not quite there, but you definitely are getting closer than you think. We do have the I card, which talks about psychic ability or intuition. It says, trust your intuition right now, Virgo. That's what you need to do. Some of you know that you're going to get ahead and it's going to take some time, and learn how to tap into this intuition. For those of you that are out on the dating scene again, use your intuition like you never did before you allow someone new to come into your life. Be looking out for red flags. You know, ask yourself, how do I feel when I'm around this person? Not just what do I like about them, what is my body telling me? Because we all know that we be having vibes, right? We be having those intuitive feelings and thoughts. But if we like the person, sometimes we don't go with the gut. The gut will never, ever lie to you. It's always going to tell you the truth. Beryl, you feel like something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Yeah, it's coming back again. They're like, this is how you feel. For a lot of you, this is because of your finances, and we do see the financial pinch right here. So a lot of you, once again, they were correct, are focusing on your assets and how can you make more of something than, you know, if you feel like you don't have enough, how can you make more? If you don't have any, how can I get some? All right. So pay attention to your finances. Be very, very calculated with budgeting out your money and spending only the things that you need to spend, especially in the month of November. This reading is for November. I am doing this reading in October. So like I was saying here with the recognition reward for merit, There might be something that does come in at the end of this month because I'm still reading this message in October. It's October 22nd to be exact, but this reading is for November. All right, let's get a little bit more here. Someone here has been eating a lot more healthier, and you are going to be celebrated for that. You're doing your body well with this. Someone here that hasn't been feeling very well, and I was saying about the stomach issues, I would recommend you eating fresher and drinking some more water, because someone here's stomach is having like gastro issues. You might want to try a cleansing and some juicing. I'm feeling that very strongly here. But yeah, there are some cautionaries here and some great advice. So we have showing vulnerability. So in this flow state, there could be some tears that do flow. There could be, with this dark night of the soul, this will strip you. It will emotionally strip you and allow you to become more vulnerable. Why is that good? Because when you can open up and just release who you are, then you allow other people to see you for who you really are. So I love these cards. I'm going to read the message on the back. It says, "Today I will disclose who I am to someone with whom I feel safe. I will risk being vulnerable, even though I've always held back from doing so. God or the universe, whoever you guys, resonate with, help me show people who I really am and not who I think they want me to be." All right. So that's why this is so important, Virgo, because a lot of times things are being done because, if I'm this way, this person will stay around, this person will, you know, accept me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we're no longer in that space. So I do feel like I want to pull one, maybe two more cards here. It feels kind of good to keep going because I feel like there's some more messages here that need to come out for you before we close out. If anyone here feels like this reading so far is resonating with you, please go ahead and comment down below. I do not accept bullshit comments that are derogatory or disrespectful. They will be removed, if not even blocked before you even get there, because I'm telling you right now, the way my intuition and my ancestors are set up, okay, they got my back. So I'm just saying, boomerang effect, be careful with me. But no, really, if you guys do feel like this resonates, please go ahead and comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video if you do like this video. Gonna get a couple more cards here for you guys. And if you are looking for a personal reading, I am accepting readings this month. Desire. Yeah, this is all about do what you desire to do. For some of you, your soul has a list of desires that it has for you. You're not in alignment with those desires if you're not walking in alignment with them. So hear me when I say, it is now. It is now where you need to walk purposeful, where you to choose yourself, put up those barriers that you need to put up, and allow yourself to do you, Virgo, in this season. And you can't do you if you can't, if you can't do you, you can't do anything for anyone else. I want you to twist that thinking around. A lot of you will do for other people and you never do for anyone else. You can't do for anyone, Virgo, until you do for you. Your cup is empty. Fill it up. It's time to fill it up. All right. Family health is coming out here. Like I said, or family health. Financial health is what I meant to say. Maybe that was not a slip. Maybe there is a focus on health in the family, or maybe someone in the family is not feeling healthy, because we did see someone that was trying to recover. However, we're moving forward with this financial health. That goes back to your assets, financial health. Focus on your financial health, because this is what's coming in for you. The more you focus on it and the more you work on it, this is what's coming through. You will have that credit score that you desire. You will have the finances that you need. You will have the positions that you, once again, desire to have. But you have to put that into writing and into action for you. For you, okay? Finding. In this season, you are going to find so many things, Virgo. You're going to find yourself. You're going to find your greatest potential. You're going to find your money path. All right. Everyone has a path of money with their name on it in their spiritual bank account. You just have to find it. You just have to find it. You have to use your creativity and be the alchemist that you are and find it. But some of you are really, really going to find that self-love, that inner truth. And for whoever it is that's afraid to come out and say who they are and who they love, find the strength to love yourself for loving who you love, and forget who cannot accept that. All right. I'm just going to say that right now. I don't care. I'm tired of people feeling like they have to hide who they are because they're in fear of other people's judgments. We're not doing that in this season. So anyway, moving forward, before I go on a tangent of that, because I can talk about that for 6 hours straight, because that type of stuff just pisses me off. When people try to put people in the boxes that they want them to fulfill, it just pisses me off. But anyway, I've just had too many friends and, people that I've come across that have just been ostracized and shunned for that type of stuff. And it just does something to me. Anyway, we're going to tap into this spirit guide card here. You have spirit guides here around you. We all do. But there is a spirit guide here. This is specific. This spirit guide here is someone attached to someone that has had someone that's passed away here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull a message, because this is a very important message. This came through. This is like the second reading that I've had where people from the other side have messages so very clear. I don't purposely channel people. I won't say that I don't, or I won't. If they have a message, I will allow that to come through. But the veil between reality in the spiritual world, the physical world, and the spiritual world is thinning. And so I believe this is exactly why these messages are coming through even more than they have before. I do have a reading that I did years ago on here where someone came in and had a message, and that message ended up being for a lot of different people that lost someone with the descriptions that came forward. So I'm always excited when it happens, but I don't try to force it. So let's see here. I love these cards. This is postcards from the spirit. I love these cards. So I'm going to read this message. So if you had someone that recently passed away, or someone that you continuously dream about or think about, this particular message is for you. So this is what it reads. This is coming from this particular person to you. It says, "Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving." Oh my God. Did we not just talk about this? Now, y'all saw me shuffle this. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Okay? Did we just not have the card of vulnerability? See, when they show up, they just show out. So let me just go back where I left off. I just got too excited. Um, let me go back. Let me go back. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill: receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving this is hard for some people, maybe even you. You do not need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. I have chills. I have chills. This message specifically came through for those of you that know that you still have some connection or some emotions with someone that passed on. That message came from them. For others of you, your spirit guide, whoever it is, knows you all too damn well, Virgo. We just talked about all of that. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave that right there. I mean, listen, guys, I've been reading for a very long time, but there's something about when a message comes through after I've just said all that and it's confirmation and it comes from a space that is really, really a true gift to someone out there. It just, I don't know, it just moves me emotionally. So, with that being said, thank you all for being here with me today, listening to this message. You could have been anywhere else, but you are here with me today. Again, please feel free to leave your comments down below, like, share, subscribe. And if you need a personal reading or would like a personal reading, that information will be down below. Till next time, guys, take care. Fill your cup up. Do the damn thing, as I know y'all will. I love y'all, and I'll see you next time on your very next reading. Take care, Virgo. Bye-bye.